I just received a brand new 2022 Mercedes SUV. I'm going to explain to you how and why this happened, and what's so crazy about how this manifested, and how I know that it was absolutely from God. And so freaking excited about it. Okay, so I'm gonna open it. Yes. So exciting. Brand new Mercedes-Benz SUV. No joke. It's a 7-seater. It's got huge back interior stuff. So anyway, hi. Okay, so let me just get set up here. I usually don't do manifestation videos. However, this one was a huge gift from God, and I wanted to share it because it's something that I didn't even consciously manifest, yet I feel like it's a total gift from God and a blessing, and like I just want to share it because it is a manifestation. However, I love when God does these things in my life, and I love to share them because you can see what God can manifest in your life. So I'm so excited. If you don't know who I am, my name is Angela, and my channel's name is LOA Insights, and I'm a huge spiritual girl. I am a manifestation queen, and I just love doing everything in regards to personal development and becoming my best and highest self. And I really do all of this, hard shadow work in my life to be able to better myself and my experience for my kids and me, right? So if you are not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Subscribe, like. I am going to be doing a whole bunch more videos on what manifests in my life and what God does for me, because I feel like it is absolutely the time to bring this stuff out and bring it forward, and to bring some uplifting messages, right? So here we go. I'm going to tell you the story of how I manifested this amazing 2022 Mercedes SUV for free. Okay, so I'm sitting in it right now, and I own a Tesla Model 3. So my kids, my husband, and I, were all going on a road trip next week, and my biggest concern has always been the space that they're going to have in the back, the 3 kids, right? Because if you know a Model 3, it's not all that spacious in the back. And it's just really small back there. And normally, even if we do have all of them in the car, it's just a quick drive, but we normally don't have all of them in the car at any one time. So this is a road trip. So I've just been like, I told my husband, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so like worried about them being in the back seat and them not being able to move and, getting all scrunched up. So he had this amazing idea, and he said, well, we can just play like musical chairs, right? We can just play like musical car chairs. And I was like, oh my God, you know what? That's not a bad idea. So like, we can switch, like my husband or myself can go in the back when one of my older boys can come up in the front, and we can kind of just rotate like that. And I said, you know what, that's totally gonna work. Okay, I'm not worried about it, I'm not stressed about it. So when you go on a long road trip, you want to have the basic like maintenance, check the tire pressure, check that everything's good for your long road trip. Well, we knew that we wanted to get a new set of tires on the rear wheels. So we set up that appointment, and my husband had it set for this morning. Well, last night, all of a sudden, I got out of my hot yoga class, like 9 o'clock at night, go to plug the car in, and it won't charge. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what the heck? Like, are you serious, right? And so I'm like, well, we have a road trip coming up in a few days, and the car won't charge. So we already had the appointment set for the tires for this morning. So he's like, oh, well, I'll just, tell him that something's going on with the charger and to see what's going on with that. So I was like, cool. My kid and I go to the gym, and he calls me and he says, you know what? We have a little problem. They need to keep our vehicle till mid-October. And I'm like, yeah, that's way past when we're supposed to go on a road trip. And I'm like, what? Oh, no. There's no way. Like, what are they talking about? He's like, well, I'm going to have to get a rental. And you know what? I want to say, like, normally I would get super worried at that moment because, like, I would be like, oh my God, we're going to have to cancel our road trip. We're not going to be able to take a rental all the way where we're going. Like, it's, you know, a 15-hour road trip. Like, what? And so I was very proud of myself. I did not get worried. I mean, I did for a second, but I just said, you know what? All right, God, listen, whatever you're manifesting in my life right now, either way, if we don't go, then I'm going to take it as your protection. And if we do go, then I'm just going to take it as a blessing in disguise, whatever it is. And so I didn't stress out and I didn't get super worried. And then I got a call from my husband. He was concerned that we weren't going to be able to take the rental on the road trip. You know, usually like they give you only so many miles and, you know, all this other stuff. He calls me and he's like, oh my gosh, you would not believe that we are getting a brand new Mercedes SUV with a ton of room, basically for like almost a month. And guess what? It has unlimited miles on it, so we can take it on the road trip. And I was like, you're kidding me. And he's like, no. And so at first I was like, because we have an electric vehicle, right? A Tesla. I was like, oh my God, the price of gas, like, what are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. So he gets back from the car rental place. I just looked up really quickly because I was concerned about how much gas was going to cost. And I looked up like a gas calculator, and basically what we would pay for charging on the road, it's only going to be just double the charging fee. So it's not much more. You know, I was thinking it was going to be like crazy more expensive, but it's only going to be like $100 more each way. And I'm like, what? It's a 7-seater. It has so much room. It has a huge cargo area. And my biggest concern was the space for the kids to be able to relax and kind of sleep and like have their feet kicked out. And not only that, but like I was so worried that it's, you know, our vehicle's tires and all that. And so this is a brand new vehicle, 4-wheel drive, Mercedes SUV, huge. Are you kidding me? I'm like, I got to do a video about this because, you know, there was a time a few years ago when really a lot of manifestations happening for me, and that kind of slowed down a bit. And honestly, I firmly believe that it has to do with my confidence in myself. Now my confidence has been through the roof, and I'm starting to manifest of course, God and I, because we are co-creators together, right? So like, this was not consciously like something I was scripting or doing, you know, vision boards or doing any of these manifestation techniques, like none of it. This was literally like my worry, my concern, and like God handled it all. And now I'm like so excited for our road trip. I don't have to like stress on the space, the mileage, like we can take it, you know, like the rental car place knows we're going on a road trip. I mean, it's just like, what? How freaking cool is that? A total like unconscious manifestation that really is God showing himself saying, hey, I'm here. And I'm going to take care of you. And you don't need to worry because whatever there are concerns about, like I'm going to take care of it. And to me, that is probably the most amazing thing, that God shows himself and that you know you're protected and taken care of, and you don't have to stress or worry because those things are just handled. And I hope that whatever this video gives you, it gives you that belief in God that is in you, that is in your heart, the spirit that works through you, that it is taking care of you and that he loves you and that you're protected. And it's like, wow, is that not the coolest thing? But I do want to talk a little bit about confidence in your manifestations. And like, I did create a course on how to completely transform your identity to manifest. This is what I feel like I had it wrong in so many ways for so long. I was just asking in the spirit for things, but really I was kind of waiting for God to do the work, right? So like I would ask in the spirit for something, I would pray for something, and then I would just wait because God's supposed to bring it to me. But see, when we understand that it's a co-creation, now we have us asking in the spirit, us receiving the information we need from spirit and from God, the download that we need to manifest, and then us taking action on that idea, that download that you know is coming from God, right? Or from spirit or from your higher self. Confidence to keep moving forward in that download that you got from God no matter what. And so that is the manifestation. And a lot of times we get really hung up because our identity is not aligned with that manifestation, right? Okay, so I have struggled so hard with YouTube and just being consistent and having ideas come and things like that. It was because like I had so many great ideas, but it was just like this confidence of, oh my gosh, I've tried so many times and it doesn't work out the way that I'm hoping or whatever. But yet here I am doing it again. And I will tell you why. It's because I know that this message is going to help someone out there who may be really down on themselves with what they're trying to create in their lives. And this message could seriously uplift you into the place where you're like, oh my gosh, like, hey, maybe I don't have to try to do all of these crazy techniques so much. And maybe I don't need to get so down and disappointed because it's not happening as fast as I want. And maybe I just need to have confidence and faith in God that God is bringing it forward. Like I said, however, don't just sit around and wait for it. Start taking action towards it. So there's where the confidence comes in. Now, how can you build confidence so that you start moving in these things? Okay. That comes from small actions of trust in yourself by doing what you tell yourself you're going to do. Small actions. Okay, so I think where my confidence is building is in me going to the gym and me doing workouts, creating that, because that's a whole different identity that I'm creating, right? So now that I've told myself, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm going to do this workout, and this is what I'm gonna do. And because I've been doing that consistently, it's started building my confidence in myself. Even if I have crap days, even if I don't really feel like doing it, even if things come up, I have 3 kids. So like I will just love myself and even be flexible with it. Like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym today, but maybe the gym didn't work out, but like, what can I do at home to work out? So I'm still holding that to myself, right? So that's really been building my confidence. And like I said, this course that I created, I'm actually doing it myself to transform my identity. So I love the book Atomic Habits. And if you've read that book by James Clear, you will know that in that book, he says it's not about setting a goal and then trying to manifest that goal or reach that goal. It is truly about changing your identity by changing your daily habits. That made a lot of sense to me. So what I did is I created a program where I completely do an identity hack on myself and then figure out, okay, these are the daily habits that I have right now. However, the person that I want to be, they would not have those daily habits. So then once I've created those daily habits, now I need to go and do shadow work or the resistance work. Because when you've been doing these same habits for a very long time, to get yourself to the other side to do other habits, that takes some resistance training or some shadow work. And then after you do that, and then you need to alchemize that energy, which means fully becoming aware of what the old energy is and releasing it to God or your higher self so that you can receive in the new. And then you're in a conscious manifestation now with spirit. I've been doing that on myself for my health. And it's crazy because that's been manifesting. Now it's like all of a sudden this area of money and business is now manifesting like kind of magically because I have so much confidence in one area. I know I can do it in another. So anyway, I just want to tell you this story because that's all I was concerned about for my road trip, was having space for my kids. And I am so telling you, like, how crazy. My brand new Tesla Model 3, it's only a year old, just all of a sudden wouldn't charge. And they need to keep it for like 3 weeks. Like, what? What? And then I get a brand spanking new SUV that has 7 seats and plenty of room. Come on. That ain't no coincidence there. So I hope that this helps you in your manifestation journey. If you are interested in the course that I have created to easily transform, I wouldn't say easy. Let me not say easy, okay? Because I do this work, and I do this work not daily, but like when I really want to change something. And it's hard sometimes. It's hard to stay in that place of believing and faith, because in between is difficult. The in between is where you're building your strength. And I'm telling you, that's the truth. So if you are interested in that, you can check the description box below. I will put that information. Please like and subscribe, because I'm going to be doing a lot more videos coming up based on manifestation, personal development, and truly how to become the version of yourself that you've always wanted but never thought you could, your superstar self. So have a great day or night, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.